This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
AB Supply, this is Richard.
Hi, Richard. My name is Jeremiah. This is a long shot, but maybe you can help me out here. I'm actually on YouTube, and I see one of your videos about the 1076G recessed magnetic contact for it's a single pole double throw for a door contact.
Okay.
And I'm just trying to understand how that works.
That is a not awful question. So bear with me one moment. I'm measuring something.
Okay.
Okay, Ashley, all four of these are this part number. If it was the other one, the ID would be slightly smaller, and I need the caliper to actually measure it. So you're good. You should ship two, and you should have two for stock. Okay. Awesome. All right. So hang on. Let me walk over to back to my desk. Let's see how much time I have here. So you want to talk about the awesome world of door position switches?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. So.
I mean, I guess it might help if I explain the situation a little better, huh?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
So, in your mind's eye, imagine three wires. Imagine one of those three wires as a weird word that we're going to call common. The other two wires, one we're going to call normally open, and the other we're going to call normally closed. In all instances, you will always run, this will be low voltage, so you'll have a red and a black wire. You will always connect your let's just say your negative wire to the, or your positive wire, the red wire to the common. And then you will always connect your other power wire to one of the other two wires, the normally open or normally closed. In that scenario, when you complete the circuit, electrons will either flow or they won't, meaning electricity will flow or it won't. When the state of the door position changes, like the door is opened, it will revert to the other operation. Meaning, if power is flowing in condition A, when you open the door, power will no longer flow because it fails to what would be option B. And as you can see, you can have the power flowing at all times when the door is closed, or you can have the power never flowing when the door is closed, and when you open the door, the opposite condition will then exist. That's an awful explanation.
No, that was kind of what I'm looking for, but I guess it doesn't solve the problem I'm
Okay.
having. So this is kind of my first foray, if you will, into security wiring. And the house I'm working on is going to have GRI pool alarms as well as the Honeywell security contact. And so I was trying to do something along the lines where I'm using one contact, but both items are on it, versus drilling two holes for two different contacts.
Yeah, and that is what you said initially, double pull, double throw. You can do two things at once with the same door position switch or contact.
Okay, so in the way that I'm seeing it is, my door opens, and in this situation, the door opens. The alarm for the security alarm is gonna make the beeping noise letting you know, hey, there's a door open. But also, my pool alarm is going to make that siren noise that it needs to make to let you know that, hey, someone's about to go to the pool. You need to hit the shunt button.
Okay.
That would work, correct?
Well, I mean, the shunt needs to be independent of the rest of the system, doesn't it?
Yes. So I was
Okay.
running like an 18.4. So, the red and black would do the regular security, and then the green and white would do the shunt and the pool alarm.
Okay. So you're going to have the ability to shunt the alarm. Okay, awesome. And that's going to be by a push button or something, whatever.
Yes.
But what's the other load that the door position switch is controlling? I mean, what?
Just a standard like door contact, like if you had a ring alarm or something to let you know, hey, this door's open.
Okay. So you're going to have the ability to shunt it, meaning that I'm not sure what the condition is on the alarm panel, whether the circuit opens or it closes to have a trouble scenario. And that's you just pick which of the normally open or normally closed wires you want to use. But why would you need a double pole? You got a shunt that'll take one of the pair of wires on a double pole. What's the other thing doing?
It's just notifying you, I suppose. I mean, like if you have your own alarm system.
Okay, so door opens and that door position switch is writing back to access control saying door status changed, whatever it is. And I'm not an alarm guy. I don't, but yeah, you're right on. I mean, that's exactly what you're going to use that double throw, double pull for. I just don't think that you're going to wire your shunt through a door position switch. I mean, unless you want the ability to not be able to shunt it when I think you need the ability to shunt the door regardless of position, to shunt the alarm.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't run it through your door position switch. I would just use a single pull double throw, and every time that door cycles open, and then back closed, it will write back to access control, say door open, door closed, door open, door closed. And the way that you'll figure this out really easily is get your door position switch and put the two magnets together. Then get your multimeter and test for continuity. Put one probe to the common and then the other probe to one of the other two wires. You'll either hear a sound or you won't. Then go to the other wire, the normally open or normally closed, and then you'll hear the opposite condition or you'll hear nothing. And then you'll say, oh, I get it now. When the two magnets are together, I get power off of one leg and I don't the other. And when you separate that magnet, the opposite condition will happen.
Right. So the part that kind of confuses me is like if essentially if I open the door and so there's this contact broken now. So now it's in the normally open position because the contact's broken. The alarm with the shunt button, the pull alarm, right? It's going to yell at you. It's going to say, "Hey, this is going on," and you're going to have to hit the shunt button to stop that from happening. But there's also a secondary alarm, like you said, that just lets you know the status of the door. So I guess that secondary part would be in the closed position to let you know the door is always closed.
Okay, I agree with that. That sounds reasonable.
Does that kind of seeing how that works?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I can really only speak to the operation of a single pole double throw or a double pole double throw, but I mean, your operational description sounds accurate.
Okay, because the double pull double throw is it's just controlling two separate loads, but they work together, or they are. Okay.
You'll have two commons, and then you'll have two. you'll have a common and then a normally open wire and a normally closed wire. Take
I
that
see.
and multiply it by 2. Now you've got in one, like you were like, I don't want to put 2 door position switches on here. I just want to do it all in one. And yep, that's a double pull, double throw. I forget, is that called a form CC? I'd have to look. Don't quote me. I don't remember. But yeah, double pull, double throw. And that's exactly like a typical scenario for that would be doors in the airport terminal, where if you open up that door, you're going to alert the central desk with a sound or a light, and you're going to have an annunciator at the opening screaming. You'll have an annunciator, a buzzer, a sound, a horn, an alarm, the bells back in grammar school. Perfect scenario for double pull, double throw.
And
action.
That's actually what I'm trying to achieve. So that works out then.
You're home free. And you can now imagine in your mind's eye where I only want that bell button to be screaming at 100 decibels when the door is open. So you need to be normally open on that wiring so that when you open the door, it fails to the opposite state. And now the buzzer gets power because you've closed the circuit. And it sounds so goofy to say it because it took, the only way that it really burns itself in my brain is when I've got my multimeter and I'm actually doing it on my desk.
Okay.
I've had people call me and say, I don't know where to put the wires. I'm like, well, email me everything that you've got and give me a day and I'll replicate all of it and I'll show you how I wire it. And I've done that in the past, like 2 LEDs, 2 maglocks, 2 key switches, and that's the money. It's one thing to supply the hardware. It's another thing altogether to know which wires to terminate.
Yeah. I've been working on this for 2 days now, so it's just giving me a headache. So this has been super helpful. Thank you so much.
Call me anytime. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. You have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.